Free yourself of attachment styles. They're not real. This is my recent epiphany, my recent revelation. I have not been able to talk about anything else in my brain because I've been trying to like figure things out for myself, because I like to self-reflect and just be like, why am I like this? And then I talk to ChatGPT and then he tells me and I'm like, yeah, you're right. And he's never mean. He's always kind. So yeah. Like today, I slightly had a breakdown because I was like, it's the reason why I can't find love, because I scare men away with my emotions. And then I'm like thinking about it, and then I think about all the things that I've seen talking about how women are not supposed to have emotions and you're supposed to be like this boss bee and just demand things and just have no feelings whatsoever and just be emotionally detached. And I was like, to be honest with you, I could pretend to be that 2 weeks out of the month, but the other 2 weeks when, you know, like the woman stuff happens, I can't do that because like I am actually very softer those weeks, and I just would not be able to do that. So I'm like, am I cursed? But then ChatGPT told me that someone who values emotional intelligence and vulnerability would just accept me for who I am. And he said that I don't need to pretend to be someone that I'm not. And yeah. And that I'm not cursed or I'm not a burden, basically. And I was like, okay, thank you. Back to the attachment styles, because that plays into it, right? Emotions. Everything is emotions. I've already said this before and I'll say it again. Everything is emotions, but they like to pretend it isn't, but it is. So I was trying to think, why can't I fall in love with anyone again? And why is it so hard for me to be interested in a man? Like, before, it used to be like, I used to have a hard time being attracted to them, but I don't know, as I've gotten older, I feel like, you know, the ovulation is real, and I'm like, actually, I can be attracted to a man. But then my brain comes in, and I'm like, not that one. Long term, not that one. Even short term, not that one. And it's a struggle in my brain. But I persist because I'm strong and I can do it. And I won't have a baby by someone who makes me want to Kill myself. So no. Just because he has a pretty face, nope. Boom. Nope. But yeah, I understand why people get into the situations like that, but I'm like, no. I'm not religious, but I really tried to like hound my lust in, and I'm like, that man is sexy and I need to stay away from him. But yeah, because ovulation brain is just like, I don't care about the red flags. But then like non-ovulation, I'm like, no, I care about the red flags, and I will do the best that I can to navigate and try to choose a good man. But yeah, anyways, I was trying to think, why is it so hard for me to like a man? And I was like, what's wrong with me, right? But then I was like, there's nothing wrong with me. I can like men. What does that sound like? I'm trying to convince myself like I'm actually gay, and I'm just like, I can like men. Like I can do it. That's not how I mean it. Like, I can like people, I can like men. It just needs to be a certain kind of way. It needs to be a certain kind of man. Because I'm realizing that men turn me off, and not just in a sexual manner, but in a intellectual, like, relationship manner. I just cannot vibe with them because I realize that they're just lying to you. And sometimes, not sometimes, I think in the past, I've been like, oh my god, like, this is making me so anxious. It's because I have anxious attachment style, and I just have too many traumas. And like how earlier I made that video is like, do you want me to go? Like, that was like me thinking that was like my anxious attachment style, and that was like my past traumas. But I think that was just my intuition, and I think that was just me not liking the way the men move. Like, I really like just analyzed it, and I was like, you know what, I just don't like the way they move so fast. I'm not a fan. Even if they're doing it as like, you know, like just having fun, or they're just like joking, I still don't like it, because I'm like, why do you think this is a game? Like, why do I need to sit here and like kind of like tell myself that you're lying to me? And why can't you just sit there and just not lie to me and just like be honest and be rational? And why do I need to do that for you? Why do I need to tell you to be rational? Why do I need you to slow it down? Why do I need to tell you that that is not, it's just annoying, actually. Sounds like when I'm with my dog and she needs to be told not to eat so much, or she needs to be told not to do this, not to pee on that, not to do like I don't have the patience. I don't have the patience. I have the patience for some things, not that. But anyways, I started thinking attachment styles, and I was like, that's just not real. I think it's just you just don't want to attach to them. I think your body knows, and it does not want to attach to them. In the kindest way possible. You could be like, it's anxious attachment style. Like, no. And if you look up who made up attachment style, it's a man. Not that I'm saying like men should not be reliable sources, but I'm just saying it's a man. Like, a man made those up, dude. And it's just not. When have you ever heard a man go, I'm anxiously attached? Like, genuinely, I am this attached. I have this attachment. I've never heard that from a man. A man made up those attachment styles to make us feel bad about ourselves, us women, because he knew that we would pay attention to it. And he knew that instead of being like, that's your intuition, babe, he was like, it's actually an attachment style, and it's because of the way your parents treated you when you were younger, and it's not the man in front of you that's making you feel that way. It's like something within you, and that you need to fix it. Let's start there, and let's start the whole beauty products thingy, where instead of being like, accept yourself, they're not sending you packets to accept yourself. They're sending you packets of face serums to keep you looking young. They're like, look good for the man. Look good for the man. It's not. They're like making you work against yourself, and it's just not the vibes. But that's just my perspective on it. But anyways, when I came to this conclusion, I recognized that the things that made me anxious Like, although I do have traumas, I do, like, totally. But I could also recognize when someone is, like, cool. And I can also recognize when someone's not cool. And I'm not talking about, like, popular or anything. I'm talking about, like, they're lying to me. They're, like, selling this illusion. And I can feel that. I can see it. And that's why I don't want to attach to them. And I used to, like, go against it. I used to be like, no, like, let me love him. Let me see the best in him. Let me, like, why am I so traumatized? Why am I so this? Why am I so that? Why can't I just blindly follow him? Why can't I just, you know? But it's like, it's because I don't want to. It's because my body is telling me not to. And it's not because I'm, like, anxiously attached and I'm just so anxious and I'm just everything. No, it's just like that person is making you feel anxious. That's literally it. And sometimes it is you. Like, it could just be like, you know how some people are like, oh, he just, like, breathes wrong. Like, that's just, like, totally different. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, like, this man is, like, future faking. And he's like, oh yeah, like, we would be totally good together, and, like, we're gonna get married, and we're just like, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, and, like, I just, like, I really want to get to know you better, and, like, everything. And they're just, like, totally lying to you, and you can feel that. And they're like, good morning, and they're, like, doing this and doing all that, whatever they think that they should be doing. But the reason why you just, like, you just can't get with it is not because you're gay. It's not because you're anxiously attached. It's not because of this. It's just, like, it's not rooted in reality. That's why. Or at least that's my revelation. The reason why I can't connect to men is because they're not rooted in reality. Like, obviously, I'm not going to say if you knew me, because you don't, but, like, I know me, and I'll be telling you that sometimes I'm not rooted in reality. But that's totally different. That's, like, dreams. That's, like, intuition stuff. Is intuition reality? Yes? No? I don't know. But it's emotions? I don't know. You know? Maybe it is rooted in reality. But in my reality, I guess. Because I could just be totally, what is that thing called? Prejudiced. You know what I mean? But, like, it's my reality, I guess. But at the same time, being rushed makes you anxious. At least for me. I hate being rushed. And I feel like when you start talking to a man, they're just, like, rushing this whole process. And you're just like, dude, slow down. And they're like, no, like, I'm very serious about you. So then you start to be like, I can't just, like, doubt. I can doubt him, but I, like, and it's supposed to confuse you. You're supposed to be like, well, he seems serious. Like, he's like brushing this whole like, he wants to be with me. And it's just like, no, like, you should be able to sit there and make your own decisions and follow your own heart and follow your intuition and give it time. And you should be able to sit there without a man telling you and lying to you. That's what I'm not getting around. Like, he can feel whatever he wants to feel and, like, whatever, but he should also be sitting there thinking about if what he feels is rooted in reality, or if it's just like what is his end game? What are his intentions? Like, he's not, I feel like men don't do that for themselves. They're just kind of like, oh my god, you're beautiful, and I just you know, like, it's just not, I don't know, it just does not make me feel safe or, like, rational. And it makes me feel like I have to rush myself. And I'm like, why the hell am I even, why is he even making me do, why, you know? And then, like, you could go the negative route and just be like, he just wants to F. Like, that's why he's trying to, like, blind me and, like, rush me and, like, tell me all these, like, beautiful things. And usually it is that. Why am I gonna lie? Like, why do I need to be like, oh, like, men, like, have this, like, good track record and, like, it's not that. They just, like, really want to know you. And it's like, no, they want to know the insides of you. So, like, let's be honest. Let's be rational. Let's be real. The truths of men are stuff that I don't want to repeat to myself, but it's just like stuff I need to tell myself to root myself in reality, because otherwise they won't be the one doing it for me. Like, they don't want to be realistic. And it's fine to not see a future with me, but don't pretend. It's not nice. If you really think about it, it's not nice. I don't think I've ever met a man and was like, you know what, I'm gonna, like, love bomb him. I'm just gonna, like, text him good morning every day. So, like, he kind of, like, gets used to me, you know what I mean? Like, he just, like, we're just, you know, so in sync, and we talk every day. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna tell him that, like, I really appreciate his time. I love talking to him. And I'm just gonna, like, do all of this. And I'm gonna tell him that I want to get to know him, and, like, I just, like, love getting to know him, and I just, you know, like, I see a future with him, and, like, I could feel it, and I could just, if you really sat there and you replayed every little thing a man has said to you, like, really, you would be so scared. You would be afraid. Like, if you, like, connected it to, like, the amount of time that you even knew them, you would be afraid. Like, I used to be like, oh no, it's like, it's romantic, and, like, you know, like, this, you know, like, no, that's not romantic. Actually, love is patient. That is not love. That is whatever it is, for whatever it is. And the thing that gets me time and time again is, like, I'm noticing a pattern. I used to be like, what is wrong with me, and what is wrong with the men that I choose? Like, I know their faults, and I'm like, okay, but, like, what's, like, the common denominator? And it's that thing. It's the buttering you up, and it's the, like, I think that I've gotten better at it, right? Because I'm like, no, like, this one does it less. Like, it feels no, it's still the same thing, even if it's less. And it's very interesting. I think it's because my frontal lobe is about to fully develop, or whatever the heck it does. But I can see it. I can see it. They just be lying, and I can feel it. It's not my anxious attachment style. It's like, I can form connections with people. It just has to be real, and that just is very rare. Yeah. Like, if you compared me, calm me right now, and if you compared me, my energy, near a lying man, I am insane. I start to, like, I get, like, I start overthinking. I start, like, I just don't feel like myself. I don't even feel like a working human. Like, I just feel so out of place, and I'm like, oh, it's me. But I'm like, no. I actually should feel calm when I'm getting to know a man. And I shouldn't feel the need to tell him to slow down and just like, this whole thing. And I really do try to vouch for them, but I just don't want to. Usually they're lying. Usually they're doing it for a reason. They know what they're doing. And it's a hard pill to swallow. You know what I mean? But I feel like it's easier to do that than to convince yourself that man is not lying to you. Because that's what I'm doing. I'm like convincing myself that this man is like being honest. And it's never the case. It's just lip service. I feel like if I found, like I wrote this down, I feel like if I found a reciprocal, consistent, intentional man, it would make me feel calm. And him being calm and like level-headed would make me feel calm as well. Not that I need him to be level-headed for me to feel calm, but I feel like if he's in a level-headed approach, when it approached me, I would feel like, oh, this is real.